We just got all of the internals out of this 5K iMac, so let's show you how to do it so you can turn yours into a monitor. Now to be safe, you got to watch out for this bottom left area. That's the power supply and it has exposed leads. So we're going to wear some gloves just so we can make sure to insulate ya. To disassemble this iMac, there's going to be mainly 3 different size Torx screws. I recommend like an iFixit kit, and I linked that in the bio for you so you can get this thing done. The first thing we're going to remove is the cooling fan. It's got 3 screws and 1 cable, and then you can just place that on the side once we get this thing out. Get that cable out. Now this left speaker has 2 screws and a cable attached to the motherboard, so we'll unscrew this so we have more room for the actual hard drive. The hard drive isn't held in by anything but little studs. We're just going to remove the screws so we can wiggle it out, and then we can remove the cable for the hard drive. So once you're doing this bottom screw, you want to hold onto this because it's going to drop out. We can get this, move this out of the way, and this is going to unplug the actual hard drive. Now that we have the hard drive removed, if you're not going to use this for anything but a monitor, you can either sell these parts or use them. This is a hard drive that you can use to store some old data. Now the power supply has 4 screws and 4 cables, 2 on the front and 2 cables on the back. The first cable is on the top left. It's really easy to remove. Just use a plastic spudger and then push it off. That connector is out. Now the next cable is on the right hand side, and I'll show you exactly how to remove it and how it works. Push in and pull out. That's how these connectors work. Push in and pull out. Now to get to the last 2 cables, we're going to have to rotate the PCB, and you'll see that right here. And once we remove it, I'll actually show you how those 2 cables attach so you can easily remove it when you're behind it. So for the top right cable, you're going to do this while the PCB is still attached. You're going to push down and pull out, and I'll show you that here. This is the top power supply connector. You're just going to get that little lip. Push down, pull. Now we can pull the power supply out and get to that last cable. You just rotate it out, pull. But these are the caps right there, and we can even show you how to discharge them with the multimeter. So you're gonna hook them up, and you can either do it a couple ways. Some multimeters actually have a setting so you can discharge, but you would put one pole on your multimeter, and then you can go into ohms, and that's actually gonna pull a resistance, and you shouldn't have any issues as long as you don't have the world's cheapest multimeter. I'm sorry I'm doing this as multiple parts, but I'm not doing it all at once. Plus I've had some family losses that I've had to deal with, and I haven't had as much time as I usually do. Now we can remove the left speaker, and just be aware we still have a cable that's attached to the motherboard that we need to remove. Now just watch out for the small little cable on the bottom left. This will just come right out of the groove. Now we do have this cable right here, which goes in, and we'll use this. By the way, I'll link this just so you guys can find it, and it comes with the adhesive to put this back together, which is really nice. And you see what I'm doing is I'm putting it in between, pushing that little lip in, and then I'm lifting. It's that simple. And then we go to the other side and pull. So right here we have the webcam, and we have this ribbon cable. We're gonna have to take this out, but we're gonna take the entire webcam out. Now you can buy replacements that will go through, and you can use it as like a USB webcam that will connect. Now if you're only gonna use this as a monitor, just make sure you keep all the parts together and screws. That way if you want, you can sell this on eBay or anywhere else locally.